welcome to the home studio. In today's video I'm just going to demonstrate a few little gadgets that might help you out, might solve a few problems when you're recording your radio show live or even a podcast. Okay, so the first one is how to stop interference or howl round when you've got your Spotify hooked up to your mixer and that's outputting from your computer to your mixer via an RCA jack lead. That's what I use, just an RCA jack lead that is plugged into the headphone output on my computer, and then it's plugged into an input on the mixer. Okay, so that means everything that comes out of my computer, like my Spotify, which has to play through the computer, comes out, rather than coming out into the speakers, is coming out into my mixer. Okay, so that's the music you can hear at the moment. Right, now the problems occur when you then want to output all of that live via, say, a platform like Spreaker, because when it's broadcasting live, it's then using, effectively what you're doing is you're using the computer again to input something, so it has to input and output again. That can create feedback. If you're having this problem, you'll know what I mean. If you're not, the chances are you don't have to worry about it. All right, if you're having a problem, you'll know what I mean. If you're not, when you use your Spreaker live or whatever platform live from one computer, you got it all hooked up, you'll know what I mean. Okay, and just to remind you again, remember, if you want to record live, you want it to all come out into the computer and off out there into your camera phone like I'm using, or your mobile phone like I'm using, always make sure your two TSI buttons, these are the red ones here on your mixer, the left one's down, the right one's up. You have to make sure the audio's coming in. Okay, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it means you're not having a problem with it. Right, so how do you solve the interference problem? What you do is, instead of just plugging your RCA cables straight into your headphone jack, which is what I've got at the moment because I'm not going out live, and then that in turn into your computer, you put one of these devices in between, and it's known as a ground loop isolator. This one is a Habit. Okay, the one I've got on Amazon here is an Orky. There's lots of different companies that make them, and they cost about £10. I'll let you have a closer look. Yes, I know the lettering's backwards, but that's because I'm recording using the phone. Okay, so you need one of them, and what you do is, instead of plugging your RCA cable straight into your computer, you plug it into the back of that, into there, and then this end, the 3.5mm end jack, goes into your computer then, and then so this little box of tricks stops the interference. So if you know what I'm talking about there, you're getting interference when you push when you push your mixer up, I forgot what they're called now. Crazy. When you push one of the sliders up on your mixer, I've temporarily forgotten the name of it, you might get interference. This does what it says on the can. It actually works. Okay, so that's that. Faders, that's the word I was looking for. You see what I mean? This happens in radio, but I record these shows as live, so that's that. Right, now this device, remember in the last video I was using some gaming headphones here, and I had them plugged into a smaller mixer because it had the correct connections for the headphones and the mic. Okay, and then I hooked the mixer up to this bigger mixer. Really dangerous though, because you've got so many ways of turning the volume up. Right, there's an easier way of doing it than that. So what you do is you get one of these things. I'm going to just look it up on Amazon here. I've got it here. Right, this is what's known as a Movo FX, so a Movo FXLR Pro 3.5mm TRS mini jack female microphone adapter. It goes into a 3-pin XLR male connector with integrated phantom power converter. Okay, so what does that mean? Let's just show it to you. What does that mean? What does it do? Okay, well, what it means is, you see how I'm having to talk into the mic like this so you can hear me? Yeah, I don't want to do that. I want to be able to talk to you like this. Okay, so a pair of gaming headphones are ideal for that. Trouble is gaming headphones use 5 volts of power. So when you plug them into your mixer, basically the mixer just simply doesn't acknowledge them, because the mixer runs 48 volts of phantom power. This reduces that voltage to 5 volts. Okay, so you can then use your headphones. All right, you got me your gaming headphones. So I'm going to demonstrate how to do this live without the aid of the safety net. This could go wrong. Okay, and I might have to move the camera, because like I say, I'm doing all this live, so you get some dodgy footage here. So I'm gonna do this live. Right. So first things first, let's get the headphones. So first of all, I am going to connect the gadget, okay, the Movo FXLR, into, and I'll put links to both of these gadgets I'm demonstrating. So I'm going to plug it into the microphone jack, or plug the microphone jack from the gaming headphones, right, gaming headphones, into it. So that's there. Now I have got a 1/4-inch jack, right, plugged into the headphone jack. Okay. The headphone jack. Right, I'm going to be no longer having to lean over to use this. So it's plugged into the headphone jack on the gaming headphones. Right, so now I'm going to plug into the mixer. So first of all, let's get the microphone. So I'm plugging the microphone. I'm simply plugging it. I'll show you a bit of a close-up of it. This is a bit fiddly doing this. I'm plugging the microphone. Go get some leads out the way. There. I've plugged the XLR into one of the faders on the mixer. I remembered it there. One of the faders on the mixer. Okay. And now it's going to go silent for a little while, because I'm going to plug the other end into the headphone jack. So I'm unplugging the headphones, unplugging them. I'm just going to... Okay, hopefully you can hear us again now. Right, so hold on. There we go. Hopefully you can hear us now. I'm not using this. That's still on. I'm going to shut that one down. Right, so I have shut. I'm going to even put it away. I'm going to put it up like that. I am now no longer using... This is much better, this, because I'm not having to lean back like this. You know, which makes me look incredibly demented. I am no longer using my condenser mic. I'm using, as you just heard, a very cheap pair of gaming headphones. Now, you could get more expensive gaming headphones. I know some of them have USB connections and all of that. I don't know how to solve that problem, but a lot of them don't. A lot of them just have what I've shown you. They have a microphone jack and a headphone jack. Yeah, you could use a much smaller pair of headphones. I've got another pair that are much smaller, much more discreet, with a mic, a mic on them. But they kind of hurt my ears a bit. Yeah, so I don't wear those. So I wear these dirty, great big things. These are very cheap gaming headphones. These cost £18. So look. Sorry, if I touch the mic. Also, if I do that, they pick up the sound from all round. So they're not as good as this nice condenser mic. But it means that now I can kind of demonstrate things without leaning back. So, like if I was demonstrating a device like that, I can do it all hands-free. So I'm just going to bring you in now. I'm going to do this without the aid of a safety net, like I say, and I'm just going to show you that. I just hope this works. There, can you? I just hope that's picking up my mixer. I don't know whether it is. There, that's where I've plugged the device in, yeah? So there it is. That's from the mic off of these gaming headphones. They go there. Well, then the jack for the actual headphones has gone into the headphone input on the mixer, or output on the mixer, headphone output, yeah? So you've now got a mic input and a headphone output. Yeah, okay, so everything's controlled by this fader. I hope this is filming. So I can turn it down, turn it down, turn it down. I can turn myself up. There you go. Alright, let's put all of this back. I hope that filmed that, because I couldn't see it. Honestly, it's a bit of a botch job. Like I say, I like to do these videos as live, without having to do editing, because I can load them straight up onto YouTube from the phone, and that takes nowhere near as long as if I've got to load it up from the computer. What I'll do is I'll put links to both devices down there, okay, underneath the video. Both of them will go to Amazon, and that's basically it. So if you know what I'm talking about, especially with the Isolator here, if you're having those problems, that solves them. Okay, right, that's it for this video. In other videos, I'm going to tell you about a few other little tricks and tips and things like that. Please subscribe to the channel. I've had a lot of new subscribers, that are pretty cool dudes, actually. A lot from America that are DJs and things like that. So it's quite flattering that you're watching an old so-and-so like me demonstrating how to set up a studio and stuff like that. I hope it helps out. So you can give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down, whatever. It's an acknowledgement. You know, YouTube see it as an acknowledgement. And well, that's it from me for this week. So until next time, we're down, we're clear, we're gone. Goodbye.